What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, we gotta talk about the Black Panther game that was officially announced today. Now, we had heard a bunch of rumors a little while ago on this game, and I want to use those rumors to kind of complement the very little details that we did get today. So, it is real. It's coming from the studio that we thought it was coming from, and it's coming from basically veterans of Monolith Studios, right? Makers of like Shadow of Mordor. It's coming from some God of War people, some Call of Duty people, they've kind of talked about the legacy of the staff of that studio. So it seems like it's a good staff. It seems like you could probably make some connections to the Middle-earth games and say, okay, is this game going to be somewhat similar? Now, I believe the rumor was that it's an open-world game. Now, they didn't outright say that, but they did talk about that the world is an expansive and reactive world. Now, remember, they can't use the Nemesis system. So the Nemesis system that was used in both the Middle-earth games, that's patented, that's staying over there. They can't use that, but the idea that it's reactive to me gives the vibe that, number one, it would be open world, right? Because how reactive could a world that you're just doing, say, mission after mission can't be too reactive? But if the world's an open world game, if people react to one thing you do and then maybe something else changes somewhere else in the game, that is what it kind of signals to me. So you have to, I think, do an open world game for that, but they didn't say that out loud, so that is something to kind of throw in there. They talk about that you're going to be taking on the mantle of Black Panther. That connects directly to the rumors that we heard a while back, in that it's almost going to be like a character customizer, that you're going to be making your own character in the beginning of the game, that like your father will have died and you'll take on the mantle. So that was the rumor. Again, it's not confirmed, but it does seem like that's what's going to happen. They say that it's going to be a third-person game, so that's exciting. That's what you'd probably imagine it would be. Maybe combat like the Arkham games, like the Middle-earth games, which are also kind of like the Arkham games, right? Maybe that kind of free-flow combat style. One big statement is they say that it will give players more agency and control over their narrative than they have ever experienced in a story-driven video game. So the whole they've ever experienced thing, pretty much every game says that, right? You can't always promise or guarantee something flat out brand new in these games, but that does, again, make me feel like, okay, you do one thing, something massively is going to change. Maybe a story mission would even change, right? It's got to be something very, very dynamic to make that statement, I guess, true. Another big thing, though, I want to definitely throw in, and this kind of like sours the whole thing, it's why I wanted to wait till the end. I'm excited. I think this game is probably going to be pretty good. I'm excited about the staff. I think it's a good background. I love the Middle-earth games, Shadow of Mordor and War, so I have a lot of faith this is going to be good. I got to throw in my old man gripe that this is still, though, another game that they probably will have announced too early. The Iron Man game is actually a good example of that. So many people want to see that Iron Man game like this year, even though they probably started that game like 6, 7, 8 months ago. That game is probably 3, 4, 5 years away minimum. This game, the studio was formed 2 years ago. That's how the rumors even came up, as this random studio was built. So this game could have been in the works for 2 years. Odds are it probably wasn't, and they do even say in the statement that the game is in very early development and there's a long road ahead. So let's sour this by quickly throwing out there, exciting, but this is probably a game that's like 4+ years away. Okay, so if you're expecting this thing, even maybe on the PS5 and Series S and X, that may not even happen. It may be the last year that these systems are out is when we get this game. So it is another example of cool announcement, but it's probably to get people to work for them. Even though they already have people, I'm sure it's to get more people, and it's to just get the thing going. So we have a long wait for this game. I'm going to make this video. I'll cover any rumors or news on the game, but beyond that, I'm kind of going to like Dumbledore this out of my head, because there's no point, to me at least, at my age, getting up there, there's no point in getting too excited for a game that's probably coming out in half a decade from now. So let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure you're subscribed, bell icon turned on. I hope to see you all on the next one.